PewDiePie called me out. Well, not directly, but indirectly. Actually, he called a whole bunch of other YouTubers out as well, not just me. Actually, he didn't call anybody out by name. You know what? Let's just get to the video.
I just wanted to epically rant today about some stuff that I noticed YouTubers do that is kind of weird. There's a lot of it that doesn't necessarily get addressed a lot. Number one, this is very specific, but I find it as a perfect example of YouTubers have no idea what they're doing, so they're just copying everyone else. We have Sniper Wolf with a tiny bit of red in the thumbnail. For whatever reason, people think this is something worth replicating. This tiny bit of red in the background of the photo. That's what's gonna get you views, apparently.
Oh boy. Folks, literally every single thumbnail on my channel is like that. Oh boy.
Should I pick any other color than this shade of red? Nah, it has to be that one. I tried all other colors. They don't give views, okay?
In my defense, I do have one video with green behind me, okay? It doesn't happen often, but when it does, nobody cares.
I like how this started as well with Sniper Wolf and, was it Azzy? Who practically look so similar anyway, and they have the exact same thumbnail.
Even though I'm not Azzyland, somebody actually did say the same thing about me once.
He's basically Sniper Wolf. Soy boy Sniper Wolf.
If you click on any video that just starts immediately super intensive, then it should be a sign to just click off immediately.
Wow. That makes me feel like a hump of garbage because I am super loud in every single video. I feel like I've actually toned it down a bit, but I have been so loud in every single video. I have gotten comments from people saying, do people take this seriously? I'm talking about the dude with the cat ears who's yelling at the camera. Who are you? Who is this? Why should I care about some millennial spouting on about some bag? I appreciate most of all the kindness of your criticism. Why are you yelling? I don't know where it started. It goes as far back as I can remember. I don't know if that's part of my Italian upbringing. My mom is from Italy, like straight up from Italy. I have an Italian passport, by the way, because she is Italian. So we tended to be very loud at home. Me, my brother, my mother. My dad, however, he's Brazilian, so he wasn't ever that loud, and he was always really annoyed by it. I guess that transferred into my life, and maybe it was part of my theater training too. I did a lot of theater. I don't know. I feel like I'm being loud now. I am so sorry if I'm loud. I can't really control it. It's just who I am.
The third point, which is YouTube thumbnails. I mean, this has a long history back with like, I think Tobuscus, with like same face, every single thumbnail. For whatever reason, having just this face in the thumbnail will do the trick. Do you know how annoying it is? I'm so sick of it. But it's so useful for people to know, hey, it's you in the thumbnail. You know what? From now on, this is going to be my thumbnail for every video. Because that's how I feel inside when I make these thumbnails. It's so awful. It's so cringy. I like this David Dobrik one as well. Just mirror the image. I can't be bothered. It's too soul crushing to take another photo. I'll just mirror the photo. I like that. And clearly it works. No one cares.
My defense, I actually try to vary the faces that I use in the thumbnail. I have like 5 or 6 faces that I, use interchangeably. I do have one favorite face, this face right here, but for some reason it never works. The videos just don't do as well if I use that face. I don't know why. That's just how it is. I've gotten a lot of feedback on the thumbnails though. Dude, why do you use the same photos of yourself over and over on your thumbnails? Even though it's clear that many creators use literally the same expression for every single thumbnail, and I try to vary mine up, I get that comment a lot. And the reason why, personally, I can speak for myself, I can't speak for the other creators, but the reason why I try to use similar expressions for the thumbnail is because, one, it's branding. You'll recognize my face, and you'll recognize the way my hair looks, even though my hair looks very different. I've gotten comments on that already, but my hair, my face, my expressions are generally similar in my thumbnail, so you'll recognize me immediately. And then there's also the aspect of it's just easier to pump it out. It's easier for me to worry about the graphic presenting the subject matter and then not worry about myself, how I'm gonna represent myself, because I can just put it in there, you know what I mean? And honestly, it takes me an hour to an hour and a half to do the thumbnail because I have to like look for something that will engage the audience's attention. So I spend about 8 hours a day just coming up with a video, from the research to the shooting and editing, and then the uploading, and then doing all the SEO stuff, and then an extra hour just doing the thumbnail. So if I had to do something completely original with my own face every single time, that would take up so much more time. It would probably make it almost impossible for me to upload daily. And even though it is a lot of work, and a lot of the times I feel very stressed and overwhelmed with that amount of work, I enjoy it. If I go a day without uploading a video, I feel so bad. I can't describe it. I don't know why. It's just the way that I guess I've conditioned myself, or the way that I've been built, that I have to do something productive every single day. Otherwise, I feel like I wasted the day. Look, I like your videos, but if I gotta see your thumbnails again, I'll hunt you down. Pretty sure that's a joke, but you never know with the internet. The thumbnail made me think, is that Shaggy from Scooby-Doo? I need to get my eyes checked. By the way, I wanted to keep my hair the same. The hair cutter, the hairstylist, whatever you call it, they just chopped it off. I was so livid.
Number 4, videos that have a question that I could not give less shit about, but I'll watch the whole thing and I'm thoroughly enjoyed. It always annoys me. I'm like, I've learned a lot, but I will never need to know this.
Well, I've done that before. Just in the last week, I've had 2 videos with questions in it. If I put a question in the title, that usually means that I'm trying to answer it in the video. And usually I create the title after I've shot the video, because then I have a clearer idea of the question that I'm answering.
Stop asking questions in your titles. I don't care. I don't care. Do I have to say it more?
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Pewds. I will, in the future, try to not put questions in the title, even if the video is answering a question that a lot of people are asking. By the way, that's also a good exercise. If you ever want to come up with a subject matter for a YouTube video, here's something that I usually do. I'll literally start writing the question out and then see the first few things that come up, because usually that means what people are searching for, or at least what the algorithm thinks that I'm gonna search for, and I assume from there that more people might be searching for it. So that's one thing that I do. And if you think about it, a lot of the times when people are searching for things in search engines and on YouTube, they're searching for some type of answer. So if you're writing a question into the title, that usually means that you're providing the answer for that question that somebody's looking for. But I get it, Mr. Pewds. I will probably do that again, and I'm very sorry. It's good. It works.
Number 5, pointless rewards for videos.
Who knows me better, Daniel or Regina? The winner will get $10,000.
Oh, cool. Why? It's almost like this now. You need to know. You can't just do anything now. There has to be like 10 grand on the line or something. The winner gets 5 billion.
I feel like I gotta start doing that. The only awkward thing is that my videos are 99.99999% just me in front of the camera talking and ranting and raving and going crazy. I wonder if I can give myself $10,000 in the video and whether people will actually buy it.
Last to laugh wins 20,000. It's like as if the bank gives out loans to itself. Yay, I won 20,000 from my own money. That's awesome.
Well, if Morgs does it, then I can definitely do it.
I asked on Twitter what your pet peeves are about YouTubers, which I think is pretty interesting. So let's see. Talking super slow, and it's noticeable they're trying to make the video longer.
Well, I've actually never done that. In fact, I've been accused of doing quite the opposite, of speaking way too fast. But if you see me talking like this and not yelling, then you know I'm trying to stretch the video. But honestly, I've never had that problem. Usually my videos are about 15 to 16 minutes long when I have the first cut, and I have to cut it down to about 10 to 11 minutes.
This is a problem with YouTube in general, that YouTube wants longer videos, so people drag them out for no reason at all. And it's very obnoxious.
And honestly, some of the worst examples are in the prank community, because those hidden camera pranks that are 10 minutes long, totally uncut, with people like talking about their lunch before they go into the prank, man, those are cringe.
I'm just gonna go with the flow, y'all. Oh my god.
Hey, Queen, can you come here real quick?
What you been on?
This is why editing was created, okay? To get moments like this out so you can just cut right to the action. This is the biggest way, and this video is 13 minutes long. And what we just watched was like a 30-second stretch of it that I will probably speed up and post.
Unnecessary intros and background information. Yes! This is so true. Don't care about your car accident that left you without a left hand. Just show me how to clean bird shit.
I think I'm actually pretty good at that. I try to jump into the videos like immediately, as quickly as possible, with as little introduction as possible, because I know people can just click out in like half a second. So I don't take my time at all introducing the video. I don't even ask for a like or subscribe until the very end of the video, because I don't really want to take up people's time away from the subject matter that they clicked on. And I've actually gotten a lot of compliments from people who say that they like my videos just because I get right into the subject matter. I don't like have this whole like Lauren Godwin type introduction. Remember her?
What's up, Godwin Gang? It's Lauren, and I'm back. Insecure around my boyfriend. For real, and we're going to the mall. Without further ado, let's get the prank on.
Folks, that was straight up 3.5 minutes of her talking about things that are totally unrelated to the video. Why? I don't know. Does anybody actually sit through it? I don't know. I usually just click ahead, but I can't imagine me being Dennis making a video like that because people just click out so easy. It's hard to hold people's attention on the internet.
I think it's small things, right? I think the thing with YouTube is that eventually, because it's ridiculous to care about these tiny little problems. Oh, people are or stupid thumbnails and blah blah blah. All these things, they don't mean anything by themselves. But after year after year after year after year, each progression of these things, I think we'll find it. Maybe it's not entirely impossible that we find ourselves looking at a YouTube that has been shaped in a way that we don't want it at all.
I get what he's coming from, and I appreciate his sentiment behind everything he said because it's true. It's outside of his control, and it's outside of my control too. People are gonna do whatever they think they have to do to succeed on this platform. And a lot of it is emulating the people who are successful right now, who are having the most success. And you see that not only in the thumbnails and in the titling of the videos, but you see it in the content of the videos. You see somebody popping off, slicing cucumbers, iced cucumbers. All of a sudden, every single vlogger is doing it. It's just the way it works. People who are on this platform and have been for a while and years, they want to be successful or they want to maintain their success. And so they feel like they have to adapt. And that's ultimately what leads to everybody adopting the same look. And I don't think there's really anything negative in people having kind of like a uniform aesthetic that fits their own personality. All it says is that basically there's a way to do things. I mean, if you watch a sitcom, every sitcom is done literally the exact same way. It's a formula. What happened with YouTube is that it was just a completely open platform. Anybody could post. Success became measurable through time as the algorithm changed, as YouTube adapted the algorithm because they wanted more people to be on the platform for longer. So before, you could be successful when people watched 3 seconds of your video and clicked out. Now, people have to watch a lot of your video. That's why people are posting 10-minute videos, you know, because the more people watch of your video, the more successful it is in the algorithm. So things change, you know. Sitcoms have a specific format, action movies have a very specific format, and now YouTube videos are having a very specific format. That's why you see a lot of creators doing the same thing, because they're replicating success, because that's ultimately how you become successful. I mean, if you're just gonna replicate failure, then all you're gonna do is kind of be like digging down without looking for a path, right? So that's my own personal, humble opinion on this. Anyway, Defenders, make sure you like and subscribe for more videos like this. Every like will be another YouTuber imitating another YouTuber. And make sure you tell me in the comments down below, what do you think about this whole thing? I want to know. And make sure you check out these videos right here. I make other videos too. Have an amazing day, Defenders. I love all of you. Peace.